All right, so I'm over here at Maurer Söhne with Wolfgang Brost, and we're actually looking at, this is a model of the new coaster that went into Bayern this past year, right? You want to talk a little bit about this?
Yes. Well, this is our newest coaster. We built it up in Bayern Park, which is approximately a 1-hour drive from Munich. And this is a really fantastic new ride because we've added a really new feature there. You know, there are some lounge coasters out there already, and what we've done different here is we added what we call a flying lounge, meaning that as a usual lounge coaster, you go the first time through the track, and then when you come back, the operator can decide based on the queue line if you want to go a second time or if he brings them back to the station. So if the queue line is not that long, he can say, oh, let's give them a second shot. So what happens is you come back to the station with like 40 miles per hour,
right?
And then if he decides to give you a second launch, you're not stopped there. You will be shot out again, accelerated to 60 miles per hour again, and go through the whole track again.
So you basically come through this area here, and what'd you say, about 40 miles an hour? And if the operator is like, hey, there's a lot of really hot girls on the train, let's send them again, they can totally do that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, that sounds really cool. So, do you know, is there a limit? Like, what if the train full of hot girls comes through the second time and they want to give them a third ride?
They can only do it 2 times.
They can only do it 2 times. All right, well, at least that's good to know.
Believe me, if you look at the layout and you see how many figures we put in there in this small kind of layout, because it's a really compact area that we're using here, but we've put in a lot of stuff there. And believe me, after 2 times, you are really done. You don't want to go for a third time at once. You really need a break then.
So now this was the first installation of this model, and you guys said that is there another one on the way?
There will be another one which will come in China, and this is a new development, so we cannot talk much about it right now.
Gotcha. It's good to have some mysterious future projects out there. Any other new hotness you guys can talk about 2012, even if it's a little sort of shrouded mystery?
Yeah, there's a lot of going on in China right now. We have also a lot of requests from other Asian countries. Iran, for example, is developing right now. We have projects in Indonesia, Malaysia, and so there's a lot of stuff coming up.
Cool. So it sounds like 2012, 2013 is going to be pretty busy for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Wolfgang, thanks again so much. And we look forward next time we do a theme park review, Oktoberfest trip. We're going to get down to Bayern Park and we're going to launch this sucker like through the station as many times as they'll let us, which apparently is twice. But we'll get a train full of hot chicks for that. Yeah. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay, good. You like that. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you, Wolfgang. So I'm over here riding this crazy flip me upside down ride. And it's Chris Duarte with the Penn State Theme Park Engineers, right?
Yes.
Did I get that correctly? All right. So, Chris, are you driving this mechanical crazy device? Maniacal crazy device?
Do you want me to?
Yes. So you said that you did a total of 31 flips?
That was our record yesterday.
Okay. Guys, we're going to see if we can beat the record of 31 flips. All right, Chris, give me 31. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Whoa! There's one. Come on, you can do better than that. Let's see, 1. Does that count as a flip? It does. 2. Whee! There's this beeping sound going on that I'm not too sure I like the sound of that. There we go. Is that 4? And, oh!
I know, I'm trying.
Come on, Chris, you can do it. Think of all those women that are going to watch this video. Oh, man. Oh! Oh, yes. My head was about to explode there. Whee! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Chris is the man. I see why you get laid a lot, dude. Whee! If you could do this to the women, they would enjoy that. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Whoa! All right, those of you that are just watching out there, if you felt anything wet, snot just flew out of my nose.
How you doing?
Woo, I'm doing all right. And we're going and going. Whee! Is anybody keeping count? I sort of lost count now. What was the latest count? Anybody out there? Whee! Whee! We're just gonna say 69.
I think we're done. Why don't you try? Your shoulders there.
Oh man!
Oh.
I can't see anything anymore.
3 cycles is too much.
Whee! Was that 3 cycles?
Well, yeah, it's. Yeah.
Oh! A surprise 4th cycle! So this is what IAAPA looks like upside down. Woo! Good. Excellent. So what do you think? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Woo! So I'm here with Stefan Holtman from Vekoma, and we've seen a lot from you guys over the past couple years. There's always crazy amounts of new coasters going in, new trains and everything. And so you were just telling me about some really wild new ride in China that's coming up.
Yeah, we're putting a new 2 new rides in China in a huge indoor mall. There will be a dive pretzel coaster, which is a ride with a vertical lift, 45 meters high, with loopings on either side and with 2 vertical drops and vertical climbs. That will be combined with a motorbike with a launch. That will go crisscross to the other rides and all the other attractions which are in that ride. And that will be opening 2013.
Wow, so a little bit of 2013 new hotness. That sounds cool.
Further, we're delivering this month new trains to the Efteling, similar to the ones from Gardaland and the other parks we've done.
So those will be the kind of like the ones we've seen on the boomerangs and everything, much softer harnesses and, you know.
Harness adaptable to the body and gives you a much better ride comfort. So that the Python can run for another 20 years now.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, because no, that ride's been open for a long time. That was an early one.
1981, that was the first operation, was the first looping coaster, I guess, with 4 loops in Europe.
Now, what about any suspended looping coaster? Any new restraints or anything on any of those coming up?
For the suspended looping coaster, the last one we delivered was Isla Magica. We done new trains. We have some pending, but yeah, unfortunately I cannot tell you more about that.
Right.
Then for the suspended rides, we built a new giant event, the Boomerang in Shanghai, which is just opened this year, which is a huge success there.
Yep.
And probably another one pending somewhere in Europe.
That's cool.
Yeah, and for the rest, we're busy with a lot of projects up till 2013, 14 and 15.
Wow.
Which I cannot unclose.
No, it's fine. It's always good to, it keeps us like in anticipation. Now, one question I have, so like one of the giant inverted boomerangs, the one that's at Six Flags Magic Mountain, so that's moving to another park. Do you guys, are you involved in that at all? Does Six Flags come to you when they take a ride down and rebuild it, or is that completely their thing?
It's semi their thing. Sometimes people come to us and they say, okay, we want to relocate a ride. They give it completely registration to they completely control to us.
Right.
So we take care of all the trains, the new certification, everything. But some people also do it completely themselves. But of course, they always need a little bit of support from our side to update the ride control and do something with the trains, overhauling. But with Six Flags, I think it's 50-50.
Gotcha. Now, one of the projects you guys just completed that I'm like really interested in was this Legoland Florida thing, where you guys took, what was the story behind? They had a Vekoma roller skater before, and you guys kind of chopped it up and did new?
Vekoma roller skater was a 335 meter model because they needed a dark ride section to it like the other ones. So we just chopped it up a little bit from the brakes and the station, and just we added a complete new dark ride section in front of it.
And did you guys add a little bit of extra track on it? Now, did it move locations in the park or anything?
It's in the same location.
Is it the same location?
Yeah, same location, but we added about 150 meters of track to it, and an extra train and a storage track.
No, you guys did a great job on that, because that was we rode that a couple weeks ago. It was, you know, for, like I said, for a family ride, you know, we love them, so it was a good job.
Yeah, a family ride, it does its thing, and I think the most successful family ride we have done this year is the one at Drayton Manor, the Junior Boomerang.
Yep.
They've done a record year now this year with this installation, and it's been performing very, very well.
Now, any more of those on the horizon maybe one day?
Yeah, we have sold 2 of them, but we have 3 or 4 more pending. And 2 of them are already in the signing phase.
Cool. Anything else coming up in the near future from Vekoma that you're able to talk about or anything? Stuff you're excited about, maybe new products that you guys are trying to shop around?
We're always inventing and coming up with new products. Yeah, the latest one I just told you was the one in China for 13. A lot more projects are on the way, but unfortunately I cannot tell you more about that. For next year we will have a suspended ride by water effects installation somewhere, which I'm not allowed to tell you also about that, but that's the most recent new development to come.
Cool, cool, cool. So Vekoma for 2012, 2013, lots of stuff on the way, keeping us in suspense with some anticipation of things to come. So again, thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to it.
Thank you.
I'm standing with James Whitmore of RoboFusion. Now, I'm looking at this machine behind me. Am I correct that this is a robot that makes ice cream?
Yes, it's correct. Interactive robotic ice cream machine.
Now, can you take us just through exactly what this crazy little machine does?
What our kiosk does is actually allows a customer to design their own ice cream treat. It's a 5-layer treat. It gives them 3 or 6 different options of different candies they can have. It has a layer of candies, a layer of ice cream, a vanilla or chocolate or swirl, another layer of treat, a layer of ice cream, and another layer of treat. So it's a customized sundae that you can buy and have the robot designed exactly to your specifications.
So he does all the work for me then, right?
Yes, the robot does all the work.
Is it safe to say that this robot arm is probably smarter than I am as well?
Probably smarter than both of us combined.
Wow, that's impressive.
Selects their treat, their first layer. They come back in and select their first layer of ice cream, the second layer. Come back in, select their third layer of treats, then select their 4th layer of ice cream, and then make your final selection on the topping. So your 5-layer treats, customized design exactly to the customer specification.
Reese's Pieces, nice choice, nice choice.
Thank you.
All right, so then the arm's kind of going crazy over here behind me.
So the robot has been programmed to do exactly what you commanded it to do. It automatically goes through the routine. It gets the customer's cup. It gets the first layer of ice cream and just automatically goes to each pre-selected place based on what the customer has designed. So now it's getting the ice cream in the back for the second layer. The ice cream is complete.
Now, if I want to be like a super fatty and get like double Reese's Pieces, is that something I can tell this machine to do?
Yes.
Oh, good, good, good.
Anything you want.
So I'm here with Ruud Coppens of ETF Ride Systems. Now behind me, can you see this ride vehicle here? It's going completely by itself, a trackless system that this went into which parks?
This went in the US in last year in LDC Dallas, but we have it, for example, at Kennywood, we have it at Lake Compounds, we have it at the Chanter's Forest, so we have a number of rides in the States.
So now the Legoland Discovery Centers, I know that's kind of a newer property for Merlin. You guys were involved with the first one in Dallas, and you guys have a couple of them coming up in 2012 as well, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Next year we will do the Atlanta and we will do the Kansas City one.
Now, the trackless system, can you give us a little, sort of brief rundown on kind of how it works, how it's controlled?
Yes, basically the vehicle follows a wire which is installed normally in the floor. And we can put a number of tricks in it by putting a kind of barcode in the track by which we say to the vehicle, stop, make a 360-degree turn, stop, make a 60-degree turn, stop and wait for 5 seconds. Like we are doing for the screen. When the vehicle comes in front of the screen, it will stop for 20 seconds, people can shoot and you can go on. And the advantage of this system is that you can do flexible programming and you can put a dark ride in a very small area because you don't need a big track with large radii.
Right. So, and I would imagine the Legoland Discovery Centers, they're probably a pretty smaller area compared to an actual a theme park attraction?
That's correct. The LDCs are a compact space, and that's why they also choose the ETF vehicle, because they could put in a small area a nice dark ride.
Right. So about what time in 2012 next year can we expect the 2 new attractions to open up?
If I'm not wrong, Atlanta is opening in the 1st of April or the 1st of May, and the other one is opening 1 month later.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Can't wait to check those out. Thank you again. Good luck with your new attraction openings.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here with Jeff Chutter from WhiteWater. Now, you guys have had an insane last couple of years and some really new hotness coming up in 2012. We're going to be doing the new Disney Fantasy coming up, and you guys have an attraction that's going in that as well. Is that correct?
Absolutely. It's a duplicate of what we did for the Disney Dream, which is an absolutely clear uphill, downhill ride that starts in one funnel, goes the length of the ship, through another funnel, all the way back again, all elevated above the deck, and is the signature piece of the Disney 3 and Disney 4 cruise ships.
So tell me, what was one of the challenges, or what was challenging about having to take a ride and throw it on the ship, sort of the way it does kind of like around the perimeter of that boat?
The big challenge there is weight. First of all, the ships are designed so that there's a ballast, and on the top deck they don't want any weight at all. And so here we are going in and putting a relatively heavy piece of equipment in absolutely transparent glass-like material, never done in the industry before. The length of the ship, which added all sorts of challenges, which means, for example, that we've got to have a kill switch that if the seas are rough, the captain of the ship can push a kill switch, and all of the water will evacuate and drain out of the ship from our ride. So it's lots of complications to it.
And this is actually, we're looking right here, this is actually the clear tubing that you guys used on that ship, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about 1.5 inches of acrylic, and a real challenge with the sun and the salt water to get it right, and did numerous tests up in Vancouver where Disney people were present and literally riding the ride in the snow.
That's cool.
But it's worked out well.
Now, over here, you said this is also some new hotness for you guys going into Shanghai in what would you say, is it early this year, end of this year?
We're actually just finishing the design now and starting the manufacturing for it. This complex is actually going into that project. The Abyss on the one side and the family Python on the right, and both are relatively new rides. The Python was just introduced this year. We installed 3 of them, one in Korea and 2 in the States, one in NRH2O in Texas, and one up in Silverwood in the Athol Park in Idaho.
Yeah, no, that's great. So you guys have like an amazing looking amount of products coming up. What else are you guys excited about for 2012?
Well, there's 2 things that on one of them doesn't have a lot of sex appeal, but it's going to be huge in this industry. It's our ability to be able to guarantee all of our slide products for 10 years against fading and chalking, and that is huge, particularly in the areas where the sun shines. South of the United States, Australia. We're doing a huge project in Abu Dhabi right now, where red turns to pink, turns to white in a couple of years. And with the environmental controls on fiberglass, that's just going to get worse. We've countered that and trumped it with a 10-year warranty on the products. That's number 1. Number 2, we're introducing at this show what we think is the 5th spoke of any water park. You've got a lazy river, wave pool, slides, and interactive play, and this is the 5th spoke. And it's a product that we call Aqua Course, which is like a ropes course, elevated in a harness, lightweight, but with water effects all around it. And we've modeled it, we've prototyped it in real life, and we've got a video of it that's just absolutely killer. I've never seen 14-year-old boys giggle like 6-year-old girls like this before.
That's amazing.
Never seen it in this industry at all, so it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. Check it out. Jeff, once again, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
We look forward to the Aqueduct later this year, and looking forward to your Abu Dhabi projects in China, because we'll be in both of those places in 2012.
Super. We'll see you there. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So we're over here at the Sandy Creek Mining Company, and I'm told we're going to pan for emeralds or gemstones.
Gemstones.
We're panning for gemstones. All right, so we've got... Wait, there we go. Type of gemstones that we got. Let's see, we got it in there. Type of gemstones that we're panning for. And so this is Bernard over here.
How you doing?
And am I correct in saying it's just as easy that you're going to give me a bag of dirt, we're going to pour it in here, and then I'll sift it around, and hopefully I'll get some gemstones out of it, right?
All at once, so you can do a little at a time. It's your choice.
Alrighty. Okay, so I'm not a very patient person, so I'm going to like dump most of it in here. Okay, so am I doing it right? You just dump it in here?
Right.
Okay, we dump it in, put that over here, and then it's just as simple as sifting it back and forth?
Yep. Shake it around pretty good.
Okay, we're sifting around. I'm getting kind of dirty over here. I'm definitely seeing some gemstones coming out. This is kind of cool. All right, now do I pour the rest in?
You can put the rest in if you like.
All right, we're going to pour the rest of the bag of dirt in. Hopefully we'll get a few more gemstones out of this. This seems like a very kid-friendly attraction.
Oh, very good. Kids love it.
So for my 4-year-old daughter, she's gonna love getting a bag of gems at the end of this, right?
Actually, some adults put in the kids when they get a bag.
They do, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I could not imagine any adults who would turn into kids doing that. Me, myself, I'm not one of them, of course. This is amazing. All right. Ooh, what is this?
That is iron pyrite.
So I've got a little bit of pyrite. It looks like gold. I'm just going to call it, in my mind, this is gold. Fool's gold, right? Okay, so a little bit of fool's gold. All right, what's this green one here? Adventurite. Wait, what is it? What is it? Is that this one here? Adventurine. Okay, we've got some of that. All right, what's this sort of purplish looking one? Raspberry quartz. It's almost like so yummy I could eat it. So it looks like I've now got a bag of gems. Now this is probably worth, I'm guessing, about $500 or $600. We can only hope. I have a feeling they're lying to me, but I am going to believe that this bag is worth $500 or $600. At least that's what I'm going to tell my daughter. So.
Make sure you give her the card and make sure she learns about it.
I will.
That's the value.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. This is great. Wonderful. Okay. All right, everybody. So that wraps up our coverage from IAAPA 2011 here in Orlando. But don't worry, we'll be back again next year in 2012. You only got 1 year to wait up for more, but we'll be back. That's it. Goodbye, everyone. So long.